Change your mindset. Change your life. It sounds so easy. Yet many of us tell ourselves it's too late to change careers, or that we don't have sufficient time to analyze something new. Living with these limiting beliefs creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. We trust we can't, so we don't. If we all lived in phrases of "I can" and "I will," think about what we may achieve. I trust our ideas have top-notch electricity over our everyday lives, and that our moods and behaviors are a reflection of how we think. Over the years, I've developed 7 hacks to make certain I'm usually in the right state of mind to be successful and joyful. And it starts with imagining chances alternatively of focusing on roadblocks. Anyone can transform their mindset and learn to ask, can you imagine? 2. Here are the 7 mindsets of pretty successful and happy people. Number 1. Ditch the fixed mindset and go for growth. Let's say you feel like you're not getting ahead at work. A fixed mindset says the situation is the way it is, and it will by no means trade, no rely what you do. A boom attitude says you can create exchange if you work hard, adapt to remarks, and enforce techniques for private development. It goes barring announcing which kind people go similarly in their careers. It comes down to the distinction between limiting and empowering beliefs. If you trust your boom is limited to its cutting, edge state indefinitely, you're unlikely to develop. But if you start to trust in your capacity to achieve greatness, you'll locate that the entirety in your lifestyles will observe suit. Before we proceed with the topic, I have a humble request. I'd honestly appreciate it if you like this video to help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you find this content useful, make sure you are subscribed due to the fact we upload this kind of videos every day. Number 2, adopt an abundance mentality, not scarcity mentality. An abundance mindset is a way of questioning that focuses on receiving versus focusing on the absence of things. A key tenet of an abundance mindset is transferring your center of attention from scarcity, the things we lack, to abundance, the things we have. An outstanding way to assume about choosing abundance is through imagining yourself strolling down a busy purchasing street. With an abundance mindset, the similarly you stroll down the street, the extra you discover stores full of items you love and desire, humans you like and think about to be friends, and frequent happiness. You preserve making amazing discoveries, so you preserve making your way down the street. As you walk, you are presented with new opportunities, new side, streets you in no way seen before, and you say yes to new experiences that leave you feeling fulfilled, rich, and excited about life. On the other side of the avenue is the root of scarcity. The shops are shuttered, or they are simply closing as you attain the front door. You grow to be discouraged, poor, and unhopeful, shuffling along and thinking what else you won't be capable to get. The element is, at any moment, we can pick out to alternate which road we choose to journey on. It's all a depend of consciously altering the way you receive and technique information and the thoughts you pick to think. Number 3, stop fearing failure. Instead, be willing to fail. The number 1 reason entrepreneurs don't be successful is because they're afraid to fail. That concern can even keep them from starting something in the first place. The truth is, no one ever fell to the pinnacle of the mountain. You can't attain the top except you take the first step. We accept as true within the philosophy WAF, willing to fail, due to the fact the only way to grow is to make mistakes. Risk is scary, but stagnation is worse. And the extra you agree with, you'll fail, the more likely it is that you will. Remember, if you're no longer progressing, then you're failing anyway. So you're better off taking the chance. Number 4, create a long-term vision instead of only short-term goals. You can't attain a destination if you don't recognize where you're going. Same goes if you're hiking the corporate ladder, switching jobs, or beginning a new business. Before you can create a method and set your temporary goals, you first need to write a long-term vision of success. I've constantly been extra involved with the place our organization is going, then how we'll get there. I'm a visionary entrepreneur. So for me, It's now not a count of blindly placing one foot in the front of the other. It's about capturing for the moon and working backwards to carry our imaginative and prescient safely back to Earth. We name our vision, our painted picture, a crystal clear photograph of how our enterprise will look, experience, and act each and every 5 years. It's a way of maintaining every person aligned and prompted to succeed as a team. Number 5, don't be afraid to break the rules. Growing up, I was once a bit of a rebel. But despite what my parents and instructors instructed me, this didn't hold me back. If anything, my affinity for troublemaking made me a better entrepreneur. Risk. Averse humans who continue to be in their relief zones not often lead the pack. It's the people who go fast, break matters, and defy conference who exchange the world. Success is all about grit, guts, and gumption. So if you desire to progress your career, you better get cozy coloring outside the lines. Number 6, listen to your gut. We all overthink things every once in a while, and that's okay. But if you two'd wager every choice you make, you'll in no way get whatever done. Over-questioning additionally leads to rumination, the damaging and potentially career-ruining system of living on the past. Leaders who become aware of as fantastically touchy have enhanced gut emotions than most, but have also been discouraged from the usage of this sensory data. The trait of high sensitivity contributes to perceiving, processing, and synthesizing records more deeply, which includes information about others' emotional worlds. This skill, your instinct, is greater extraordinarily developed than most different humans because you're continuously including new statistics to your bank of know. How about the world and yourself? The solely hassle is that you've likely been taught to devalue this power in yourself. The right news is that intuition is like a muscle. It can be bolstered with intentional practice. Here are a few approaches to start leveraging your intuition as a beneficial decision-making tool in your career. Fear tends to be accompanied by means of bodily sensations of constricting or minimizing. You may also feel tense, panicky, or desperate. Fear has a pushing energy, as if you're trying to force something, or deciding on an alternative because you choose to keep away from a threat, rejection, or punishment. Fear additionally tends to be dominated via self-critical thoughts that urges you to hide, conform, or compromise yourself. Intuition, on the other hand, has pulling energy, as if your preference is moving you toward your first-rate interest, even if that capacity pursuing a chance or shifting more slowly than others. This is commonly accompanied via emotions of excitement and anticipation or ease and contentment. Physically, gut feelings have a tendency to reason your body to relax. With intuition, your internal voice is extra grounded and wise, like a desirable mentor. Number 7, let positivity flow into everything you do. If you're only going to exchange one aspect about the way you think, this should be it. It's scientifically demonstrated that optimists are happier and more successful than pessimists, provided they're realistic about dreams and outcomes. As an eternal optimist, I continually strive to see the top in each situation. If we're falling brief on something of the business, I don't see it as impending doom. I recognize it's only a transient obstacle we want to overcome. The first-rate phase is that positivity breeds positivity. When you undertake a glass, half-full attitude, it will start to guide the entirety you do. The reality is success doesn't automatically deliver happiness, but a high-quality body of mind will invite success into your life. All it takes is a few simple tweaks to your thinking to end up your happiest, most fulfilled self.